What's good, BB fans? Your boy is back with another week of the reality check, and this week we'll be discussing how one house guest went from the tippity top to the bottom real quick. Let's talk about how power in this game can mean you're next to walk out that door. Let's get into it. End off the last week with HOH Hisam putting up Riley and Cameron on the block. However, Riley is his target. He lets her know she's his target because she named his name, and he feels that if he doesn't target her, it's a bad look for the other house guests. Fair enough, I understand. However, I don't understand why he's so fixated on targeting her so badly. Like, he has 3 potential targets to get out this week, and frankly, their whole team is playing in the POV against him, and it's a bad look for him to go out and win it. However, that's what he does. Now that he's now won 3 competitions, his target is huge, massive in this house, and even people on his alliance are going to start feeling scared of the potential of him flipping against them. And then he pulls them all into the room. He gets the professors all together, and he starts talking to them about what their moves are going forward. His problem now is that this is where you need to start pulling back. You're already showing dominance in comps. You need to let your alliance members feel like they're involved in something. But instead of doing that, he dictates that the next week's targets are Jag and Blue.
So we're having our first official professor's office meeting, and Hisam starts doing his Hisam. He'll ask and answer his own questions, and it comes across as if what you have to say doesn't matter.
Next week, when we win, it's these 2.
Now, this doesn't sit right with some of the house guests because they feel like they don't have a voice, and now they're starting to get afraid of Hisam. I keep saying it. In this game, you need to mix saying things with not saying a thing at all. And Hisam, you're saying too much. He brings up the name Jared, and this was all Serene needed to hear. Her wheel starts spinning. She starts going to the rest of the bye-bye bitches, and they actually start this motion of, should we get rid of Hisam?
Jared is a target. Now we have a serious problem. Now I may have to target Hisam.
This week, they'll only be getting rid of 1 number on the other side of the house, so it doesn't make sense for them to start really turning their head, especially on Hisam, who is winning all the comps for their side right now. However, Hisam is actually working double time to ruin his chances in this game. Why? Why, when you're at the top already, you've already won all the comps, you have an alliance behind you, would you go to the other side after the lines have been drawn and tell them you would have preferred to work with them and talk badly about the people on your alliance? When that information could get back to your alliance and be used against you. Why? Why? And it does. America tells Corey, it gets to Suri, and child, Hisam's in trouble.
Oh, the irony, big brother.
Because of everything, Suri actually almost flips the boat this week. But after a conversation with Cameron, she realizes Hisam is now Cameron's target as well. So by keeping Cameron in the game, that makes him be the target and gets the blood on his hand, and it keeps Suri in a good position. And frankly, she's right to do so. She goes forward with the plan, and unfortunately, Riley is evicted from the house. Now, moving on to a new HOH, and the winner is my auntie Felicia with the highest number, steals the crown. Everyone clap for my auntie. 63 years old and eating the competition up.
Congratulations, Felicia! You are now the head of household!
The only thing is, I am terrified for her HOH week because I think it's a horrible plan for them to go for Hisam this week. However, he has made his bed and he's about to lay in it, child, because, ooh, do the mighty fall, and do they fall quickly? If Hisam is taken out by Felicia, who would be the next target going forward? Like, it just isn't a smart move. However, Felicia did say that she does see the trend of the HOHs going home or becoming the target, and she wants to make the best move for herself going forward. So I'm hoping she's smart and she sets things up properly. But baby, we's about to find out.
We need Hisam to be so comfortable this week that he doesn't even realize a blind side is coming until he's actually been blindsided.
I want to end this episode off with something different. I want to end it off with a shout out with my player of the week. And this week's player of the week to me is Corey. I'm going to give him his flowers. Everyone clap for Corey. Corey got information. He's positioned on the side that's been being targeted. But the way he's positioned in that targeted side is that no one's mentioning him. Nobody sees him as the threat to the younger alliance members. And when he did get information that could affect his opposition on the other side, he took it back to Cirie, and it did start that downward spiral that caused Cirie to decide, did she want to keep Riley, did she not? And it put distrust between Cirie, Felicia, Izzy, and Hisam. So he's actually using the information he's getting in the game to better position himself.
So this is some very interesting information.
Then moving towards the HOH competition, he makes a statement that he doesn't want to win this HOH. He knows he's not the head of any targets right now. And if he wins HOH, he has to make decisions. And by doing so, that's going to show his hand. He doesn't have to do it yet. Very smart. Corey, player of the week. Eat him up. As always, friends, hit me up on my socials and let me know, do you agree with my takes for the week? Do you think that it's a smart move for the house to all be banding together to target Hisam moving forward? Or do you think that the professors should, try to repair this relationship with him and keep using him as a shield? Also, what do you think of my player pick for the week? Do you think that Corey was the smartest player? And if not, who do you think is the best position in the house right now? Also, let's give our flowers to my good auntie Felicia for winning HOH.
It's all about the 63-year-old. Say a word.
Let's hope she uses this power properly and to her advantage. But we will see what happens with the power of veto and how the rest of the week goes down, and we'll discuss it all here on the Reality Check next time. Peace! Y'all, it's another week and another Reality Check, and what is going on in the Big Brother house?
I am on edge.
There is 0 loyalty, 101 and 2 and 3 and 4 alliances, and it's a mess. But we are about to clean it up. Let's get into it. As HOH, Felicia nominates Cameron and Jag on the block, and we've already discussed this is a critical week for her. She has to be careful how she moves since the past HOHs have become targets, and frankly, I don't think she's careful about how she moves, child. Felicia not involving Red on the plan to backdoor Hisam was a horrible decision.
Feeling left out of the decision really breeds mistrust amongst our group.
Because you're already removing one of your numbers, you need to make sure your side is solid and tight. But you told so many people that it's gonna get back to Red, and it does. And there's still potential for the other side of the house to gain numbers and strike back. And Red runs to Cameron.
Oh, come on, man.
And lets him know about the professors, and this could go badly for Felicia in the future. During the POV pick, Cameron picks Red to play for him, and although we know that they're final two, the house doesn't, and this is a horrible decision. This was an opportunity for you to pick Matt, make it seem like you're still tight with your side of the house, and leverage that relationship of being able to play both sides and get each other further in the game. But in the end, Jag wins the POV anyways, it doesn't even matter, and it seems like the backdoor plan of Hisam is set to move forward. With Jag taking himself off the block and hearing that Blue is the next target, Hisam does what he does best and tries to direct the target onto Matt. However, the words that he uses to Izzy gets back to Felicia, and his own words are used against him.
He was like, I mean, why would you go after a knight when you can go after a king? Oh! It was like poetic. And I feel like you should say this to him when you nominate him.
That might actually be my verbiage.
Hisam, why go for a knight when we can go for a king? And unfortunately, Hisam has shown that he's a king of this game right now, and he is the replacement nominee and the target. To my surprise, Hisam does a great job in his position as the nominee on the block. He takes ownership of what made the people in his alliance feel uncomfortable, and he almost swings them back to wanting to work with him.
I'd be fool enough to flip this thing, and then the first opportunity you get, you say, you gotta go, because I'm pissed at you because you did this to me.
No, darling, no.
The problem is, and this is the mistake I feel like the professors have been making, they've positioned themselves in a way where now they don't have the numbers, and even if they wanted to save Hisam, they can't fully do it just with their solid group alone. Unfortunately, Hisam doesn't sway the house guests, and he is evicted with a unanimous vote, but honestly, he was one of the best villains.
It's shocking.
I hope that we get to see him play this game again. Child, with the professors officially being done, let's just throw in a few alliances more. Let's just mix it all together, because what is going on in this house? What is real? What is fake? Do you know? Because I sure don't. We got For Real, which is apparently the more real alliance. We got the 7 Deadly Sins.
So our official name is the 7 Deadly Sins?
And we have Legend 25. Now, all of these alliances consist of a lot of the same people throwing in a few mixtures of others in it. And to be frank, like, sure, Cerie, Felicia, and Izzy, and I guess Jared are positioned great. It's so good to find yourself in so many other alliances. But personally, for me, I wouldn't be in so many named alliances. Like, if you can get away from naming them, don't name them. That's when people start becoming bitter, when you start going against them. That's when, like, who are you going to put up if you win HOH? And now that these alliances are somewhere out there in the world,
Some cards, some cliff notes or something. I can't keep up with all this nonsense.
we move on to the iconic pressure cooker competition. 18 years since we've seen this comp. Corey was 3 years old, and we're back again. You hold that button, and you hold it for long.
And now I'm in the pressure cooker, the most iconic competition in Big Brother history. All that matters is how much you want to win that head of household. It's incredible to be a part of. I'm so excited.
Although some of these house guests didn't hold it for very long at all. After hours of holding these buttons, we're left with Nicole, America, and Cameron. Because of a bug, Nicole unfortunately slips.
I am devastated right now.
Which leaves Cameron and America as the final two. Cameron needs to win this HOH. He's been a pawn for the past 2 weeks, and this is his chance to solidify himself within his alliances and change the narrative moving forward. America, however, she's positioned well in this game. She has allies throughout the house, and we're now learning she has a showmance budding with Corey.
Corey's growing on me. We flirt, and I'll flirt. He doesn't know how to flirt.
This is not necessarily important for her to win, and we see she has a good read on the house and does make a deal with Cameron, not only protecting her, but protecting Corey. And honestly, this is given, I might just give her my player pick for the week. I think, America, you got the player pick for the week, girl. And this leaves Cameron as this week's HOH.
Congratulations, Cameron, on conquering the pressure cooker and becoming the new head of household.
Casey just said my name.
How about them, baby?
Now, to end off this week's episode, we're going to bring back the worst move of the week, which just happens to be the nominations. Cameron nominates Blue and Jag. Now, weren't y'all the handful alliance? It's not giving a handful at all. It's giving a palm. It's giving a finger. Why wouldn't you work with the people that you still have a chance to pull numbers and flip the game? Red already gave Cameron the information that the professors was a thing, so he knows that even if he was to get pulled into that group of people that was the professors, you're at the bottom of the alliance. You was never in with them to begin with. This is your chance to take a hit at Felicia, at Cerie, at Izzy, where you already see their threat and see how insulated they are. I think it was a horrible move for Cameron, and this might just be what makes him lose this game moving forward.
What you know about that? How now?
As always, friends, hit up my socials and let me know. Are any of these alliances real? Which ones do you think will actually stay loyal to each other? Do you guys agree that Cameron made the worst move for himself by putting up Blue and Jag on the block? Or did he miss an opportunity at taking a shot at Cerie, Felicia, and Izzy? We'll find out who remains on the block after the POV and discuss that and more next time on The Reality Check. See you guys then. What's good, BB fans? It's a new week, and your boy is back again with a new reality check. And child, this week we're talking secrets being spilled, way too many of them. Secret powers being used, and is the big three finally being seen by the house? Child, there's a lot to unpack here, so let's pull out them suitcases and get into it. As a recap, the nominees this week are Jag and Blue. However, Cameron and Red are trying to be loyal to the Legends 25, but they start off this week with the read that Cerie is the president, Felicia is the vice president, and Izzy is the head of the fence. Now, with a read like that, frankly, when given the opportunity, they should jump at the chance to take a hit at one of the three.
What you know about that? How now?
With a POV player pick of Mimi, Jared, and Red pulls it out once again for the chillers, giving them the opportunity to take this hit. However, they decide it's too early. It's not. And they keep the nominations the same. Now, the secrets this week are being spilled, poured, good and bad. Corey continues to show that he has a great read on this house by spilling the information about his brother being a Survivor player to America.
So I think I'm gonna tell America a secret of mine.
It's no big deal, but by doing so, he's creating a deeper bond with her, which made her feel comfortable enough to spill her secret that she was an Ivy League graduate to him. Now that both of them have information on each other from outside of the house, they know that their bond is real and is tight enough to move forward, and they know that there are people that they can trust going forward in this game. Honestly, that's a 10 out of 10 on strategy.
But am I becoming America's sweetheart?
Jared telling Blue that he has a relative in this house is a big, big 0 out of 10.
What?
Yeah, we are related to somebody.
Oh, are you?
Huge. Him and Sari are positioned so well right now, and they're doing great keeping their secret. For him to test Blue, even if he's trying to make it seem like it's Felicia, doesn't really make sense because him and Blue already have such a good bond and she doesn't really have anyone else in the house. She needs him. So why test that relationship with something that is so big as it is, that can blow up your game? Because if Blue fails your test, then what? Jared, this might just be the worst move of the season.
I don't know. The puzzles, the gears are kind of clicking a little too well in place.
Sari has no idea how close Blue and Jared has truly gotten and goes to Jared and lets him know that the plan this week from the rest of the group is to get rid of Blue. Obviously, at this point, Jared does not take this well at all. And this is frankly where Sari should start being able to see that telling Jared all the information is not going to be the best option for her going forward.
And don't get me wrong, my mom is definitely a legend, but at the end of the day, I'm here to make my own path. I'm here to make my own decisions, and I'm trying to be one of the greatest also.
This week's twist is revealed that America will be voting for 4 house guests to compete for the Big Brother Power of Invincibility, giving one house guest the power to make someone completely invincible from eviction. With Sari, Corey, Matt, and Jag being chosen, Matt wins the Power of Invincibility, which sets me up for my favorite player, or my best player, of the week. What Matt is doing so perfectly this week is using information at the correct time.
I think this power is going to cause a lot of chaos. Everyone's going to be talking. Everyone's going to be nervous about what's going to be happening. And I'm just going to be the one swimming under all of that drama.
When he knew about this alliance coming from Cameron, he told Sari, which puts a bigger divide between the two of them and creates more trust with her and him. Then, when he won the Power of Invincibility, he goes to Sari again strengthening that connection between the two of them, but also the strategy of him knowing that because she's played Survivor, she knows what to do with powers like this. Now, this skyrockets him in Sari's book.
The fact that Matt feels comfortable with me enough and trusts me enough to share this information with me, I have a whole new outlook on how Matt and I could play this game together.
And she's even willing to go final 3 with him. Together they decide, we're gonna save Jag this week, okay, child? So when he was supposed to go home with a vote of 10-0, he stays. And then he impresses me further by me finding out that he's told Jag about the plan before it happened. And he even told Jag that Sari knew as well, which now makes Jag trust Matt exceptionally more also. Matt, 10 out of 10, fantastic play. He used competition. He used his competition wins perfectly. He used his strategy perfectly and his social game perfectly. Player of the week.
Oh, let's go!
He lets Jared know about Matt's power, where, again, when the Blue thing happened, she should have known not to say anything to Jared. Jared is trying to overplay. He's trying to overstep his mother, which he needs to stop doing because it's ruined things.
It's just uncomfortable hearing that conversations took place without you being a part of it. I'm not going to play this game being told what to do at all, whether it's by my mom or whether it's by a close ally.
And he goes and says a little bit too much to Jag, and I think that Jag is now starting to piece together that Sari and Jared are sharing information. To make things worse for Sari, this week's HOH competition is BB Odd Couples, which is a turn-based competition. Now, future house guests, pay close attention to these types of competition and who is left standing, because this sells out the people who are best positioned within the house. And in this case, the last people standing are Jared, Izzy, Felicia, and Sari. Now, Jared luckily pulls out the win here and is able to hopefully fix the mess that he's been creating this week, child. Sheree is obviously happy that her son's HOH this week, but her, Felicia, and Izzy better not be too comfortable because there's been 2 conversations this week between Corey in America and Jag and Blue, both discussing that all whispers get back to the trio and that they have their hands in all the pots, child. It's not looking good. And to finish off the week, we have the nominations of Cameron and Red, with Cameron being the target. Woo. Y'all, that was a lot to unpack. As always, hit me up in my socials and let me know. Do you agree with my player pick of the week? It was a good one. Also, do we think that Felicia, Sari, and Izzy are in trouble moving forward? And will Jared be Sari's downfall in this game? We will discuss that and more next time on The Reality Check. See you then.